So I want to address a lot of common misconceptions. There's a lot of things that guitar players are doing wrong, and as a neurotic guitarist, I figured that I could give you advice on what you could do to make your guitars better. First off, this is a 1971 Gibson Les Paul, and if you noticed here, it has the double white PAF pickups here. This is a left-handy, as you can see. If you can play like Jimi Hendrix, which I can't even play normally, this is a good guitar. But what I would suggest doing if you are right-handed is you could just do this, like Jimi Hendrix did, and do what I did, which is I strung this lefty up as a righty, so you can rock your Les Paul with style. And this is known as the TV yellow finish. Bass players, listen, you matter too. I mean, I can't say that with a straight face. Bass players, you matter. So when you're playing your bass, and look, this is the sound of the Beatles. Like if you have a Hofner just like Paul McCartney, and I looked everywhere. I gotta tell you, I found this for $3,700 in a pawn shop in Waukesha, Wisconsin. And the guy was like, it actually belonged to Paul McCartney. I think they made the Black Album with this one. And what bass players need to know is the same thing that Paul McCartney knows, is that really what matters the most is that you have your tone and volume here so that you can turn it down. Now, one of the things I really love about Zakk Wylde, when he plays with Black Label Society, when he plays with Ozzy Osbourne, and now with Pantera, is the fact that he uses EMG pickups. And as you can first off see, it makes your Les Paul just, you're like, that's Zakk Wylde. And I don't even need to plug this in to know that that sounds better with my EMGs and my Les Paul than your stupid Strat. Zakk Wylde. And if you haven't subscribed, you don't want to miss out on all of the information that you can only get here on the Neurotic Guitarist. Kerry King actually played this guitar, but I don't really think about Kerry King as much as I really think about John Mayer when I see this guitar. Because as you can see, it's clearly a Tesla color, which is very indicative of these silver skies. Which, look, it's trying to be a Strat. It's not a Strat. But what I really love about it is that it has this amazing poplar body. Because something about the poplar just makes you popular. If Zakk Wylde and Kerry King have showed me anything, EMG pickups are better because they have black covers. Thank you for getting the memo, Paul Reed Smith. If you listen to like Periphery or Polyphia or any other band that starts with P and plays crazy guitar, you know what you're looking at right here, dude. Tim, the guy that made the Muppets, I think he might be a Muppet himself, Jim Henson. His technique is insane. And one of the reasons his technique is so insane is because when he uses a Richlite fingerboard, people have really crapped on these Richlite fingerboards because they're made of paper and not wood. But as Periphery and Polyphia and Jim Henson and the Muppets and Miss Piggy can tell you, that if you want that gent sound, all you need is a 39-inch scale and Richlite. And obviously the P90, if you want to go and sound classic, Jim Henson, Gonzo, they'll tell you. P90 in the neck. Dummy coil. Doesn't make noise. Now don't tell anyone I showed this to you, okay? I don't have anything from Goon's Guitars to prove this, but I was friends with the manager of this Arby's at one point, and he knew a dude that used to get coffee for the second engineer on Led Zeppelin 4. And I have it on good authority that this is what Jimmy Page used for the acoustic guitars on Digimaker. Now, for a long time, I thought it was Diremaker. And I found out that the little apostrophe actually is for Digimaker. And I didn't know what that meant. And apparently it's did you have sex with her? And the answer is, as you can see by this guitar, no.
Why don't you smash that subscribe button already?